Hello and welcome to the Printess Academy. My name is Axel and I will show you the very first steps with the Printess Editor. To access the editor you have two options. After the login you can just click on that button here, or you can type in the daily business editor.printess.com. In both cases you will be led to the template directory where you find all the templates you already created and your folder structure of your system. So on the left hand side we've got all folders available, and within these folders I saved several templates. We can rename the folder. If I click on it using the pencil icon here, I can change it from training to academy, for example. Okay. I can rename folders, so let's go for that one here to rename it into very old. And of course I can delete folders using the bin icon, and I can add new folders, subfolders. So depending on my selection here, it will be added here to the highest hierarchy, or I can add in the, let's do it, where is it? In the Academy folder, I can add another one called, I don't know, First Steps, for example. Okay, and here we go, new folder is added. If you are looking for an existing template, you can use the search option here in the center. I made one with dealing with Dr. Bleed, for example. Here they are. And you can restrict the search to a current folder if you don't want to search in the entire directory. Here on the left hand side you can also have a look for the latest templates you have used. You've got the option to share directories with other people, other persons, other companies, and then you will find these shared folders here. You can open it. If you want to open a template, you can just click on open here. You can click on open here on the right hand side. If you want to rename or remove an existing template, you can use these two icons here. This is for renaming. This is for putting it into the bin. And last not least, you can create a new template. Also here you've got two different options, because in that new section you find all the Printess templates. Nice examples of different product categories like bottles, business cards, greeting cards, canvas print, so on and so forth, which always gives you a better understanding how things are set up in the right way. All the different options and features are shown here in these example products. Or you can just hit the create button here to choose a size up front, but this could also be done later when the editor is open. So I will click on create, and now I'm at the designer's side. This is how we call the editor. Many times in the knowledge base you will find these both terms, editor or designer's site, and this is because it's a designer's tool. It's a Adobe InDesign like tool, very similar. You can copy and paste. You've got all the frame features you know from InDesign, and this is why it's got these two names. Here in the center you've got the template context menu, where you can open templates, which will bring you back to the template directory we had been before. You can save it, you can save as. Let's do it. So Academy, first steps. We will save our first template called editor. Done. On the left hand side you find the so-called resource panel, because here you can upload images and PDFs, for example. You can upload fonts you would like to use. You can define colors, styles, and form fields. So all the resources needed to create a template or a document are managed here on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we find the so-called features panel. Here you find the document settings and all the features of the different elements you are using to create a template, like image frames, text frames, shapes, and things. Let's have a look into the document settings. As I said earlier, we can change the format anytime. So if we want to change from A4 to A3, we just select it here. Now we can also switch to landscape, And if we scroll down, we can define a bleed. I will go for 3 millimeters. And if I hit return, all 4 values will have changed, because normally we have the same bleed at all 4 edges of the document, right? Now we have to switch on the bleed so that it becomes visible for us. And I would change the color of that line. Now you see here the red dotted line, which is showing us the bleed. So let's place some elements here on that page. We go to the Images tab of the feature panel to click on the image icon. This will automatically place an image frame here on our document. We can move it to the blade and it will automatically dock. So it makes your life easier as a user to place it in an accurate way. We can also add a text frame. Yeah, let's place it here. And last not least, a shape. Okay, our first layout is done. But how would that look like at the buyer side? Just click on the shopping cart icon here on top to get into the preview of the buyer side. In this case, we haven't defined any actions for the buyer, and this is why none of these frames is accessible at the buyer side. Therefore, we go back to the designer side, to our editor, to change these settings. So let's start with the image frame again. I select it to go to the shopping basket here in the features panel. And here you define the buyer side settings for the different frame types here. So in this case, image frame is selected. And I would like to allow the buyer to change the content. So I really just have to click that checkbox here. For the text frame, the same. I would like to allow changing the content. And for the shape, I would like to allow a color change at the buyer side using the buyer's colors. We do have these colors here on the left-hand side in that color group buyer colors. And all these colors are now available for the buyer to change the heart. So if we now switch back to the buyer side, I can click on the image frame to upload an image. Let's say here, man smiling. Here we go. The text frame I can change by just typing in hello. And last not least, the heart again, which has to be red, of course, right? So the settings are working. We are fine. We can save our first template by using the shortcut Command S or Control S. That's it for today. I hope this is a helpful video and hope to see you soon again. Bye.